Hello, good morning, guys. Welcome here. How are you doing? Thank God for this beautiful day that the Lord has made us to see. Okay, so I'm trying to join my husband in Italy, in Europe. My visa just came.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Global Life with Cynthia, where we talk about life and travel. And this is me being too excited when I got my visa on the 29th of August 2024. So I'm going to be taking us through my processes, how I got to Lagos and how I flew from Lagos to Italy. So guys, this is my last Sunday in church, and at this point the announcement was actually going on. I've given my testimony and I am a little bit emotional. Here I'm just thinking how I was going to leave my family and everybody and just come to Europe to join my husband. And we've been married for 4 years, but it has been a long distance marriage, and finally my visa has come and I'm getting ready to go and join my husband in Europe. Join me as we go. So guys, this is me in Lagos. At this point I'm talking to my mother, and that's Pamela behind me. Pamela is my lifesaver, believe me. I knew I was going to travel, but I didn't start packing my bags on time. Not like I didn't start packing on time. I was buying stuffs. I was just buying things in the house while I have not seen the visa. And I just couldn't pack all of my stuffs. So my husband's sister came. I called Pamela, and my mother was there. Favor from church was also there. And Pamela was my lifesaver, trust me. She's so strong. She was there. We didn't sleep from Monday till Tuesday. Before I left Delta State, we didn't sleep at all. Pamela was with me all through, and I said she would go with me to Lagos. So at this point we're already in Lagos, and this is Lagos local airport. If we had used the flight, this is where we would have landed. That was what I was telling Pamela here in the video. I didn't use flight to go to Lagos because my luggages were too many. I had so many luggages that had foodstuffs, had hair extensions, that had all my stuffs in it, so I couldn't use flight because of course, you know, we're going to be paying hefty price for such flights. If I was able to use flight, I'll pay for my luggages. As you can see, those are my luggages at the back, and that's Pamela behind me. So we're heading to the hotel right now, where we are going to rest for a bit. I don't know if we were able to even rest, because when we got to the hotel we started rearranging the bags again, because the purple luggage you saw was too big. So I had to get to the hotel and look for another way to readjust my bags, and trust me, it was not easy. Even at the airport, a lot of my luggages went back. So this is one of the I think overhead bridge, I don't know, a bypass that you normally pass before you get there. So we're already at the hotel, and these are my luggages, guys. I came prepared. Like, I carried almost everything I needed to carry, and trust me, I didn't carry everything. I still left some things behind in Delta State. So this is me when I got to the airport. True story, one of my luggage, I mean that purple luggage you're seeing now, and another extra bag went back to Delta State. So I was able to come with just 4 luggages, and the rest went back. So here I'm snapping picture, and that's Pamela. Palms the palms, I call her Palms the palms. At this point I'm waiting for another assessment or security check to pass, so I could head to the direction where the plane is. That's my ticket, you guys, and I'm a first-time flyer. Internationally, not locally. Locally, I've used the plane several times, but this is my first time flying international. And my first international flight would be the one that I'm going to go join my husband. And you guys, at this point, I'm really exhausted because I have not slept for like 2 nights. Pamela had to go back with my stuffs. I came with 5 or 6 luggages. Even after reshuffling at the hotel room, when I got to the airport, the security check, the people that were checking, and they said the bags were too much, the kgs were too much. I had to pay another $450, I think $450 or $350 for me to carry the 4th bag that I carried. But somehow I was able to come with 4 luggages that had foodstuffs, had all my stuffs, I had some other things that I carried. But trust me, my major things didn't come with me, like my makeup tools. I just was able to get a little makeup things, makeup products in my carry-on bag. Those were the ones I was able to come with. Every other thing was sent back. So Pamela had to take the bag back to Delta State with her as she was going back. She left that very morning as I was going. And mind you, this is very early in the morning. My flight was for 7 or 6, I think 7, but I got to the airport around 3:30 in the morning. And from 3:30 till this time, now they've already checked me, I've already passed, and I'm looking for the next direction to go. But at this point, I was talking to my mom. You know, mothers, she's a bit emotional, a bit teary. She was crying when I was leaving that morning from my place. She was crying. At first, she was forming hard baby anyway, but when she saw that her only daughter was leaving, she started crying. So at this point, I'm looking for my way to the flight, and when I got to this point, I have to be truthful. I didn't know where I was going to, so I had to ask somebody. I just said, "Good morning, excuse me, please, where is the where's the way to board the flight?" So the person pointed the direction. One significant thing about my flying from Nigeria to Europe, God was really on my side. I will not lie to you. He made every process very easy. From where my bag was checked, the person that actually came to check my bag, I don't know the person, I don't know that guy, but a lady from outside just called and said, she's here. Okay, at this point, I'm already inside the flight already, and we're going to transit at Casablanca. This is Lagos to Casablanca, Casablanca to Milan. So the lady just called the security guy, and the guy came and carried the bag, even though I paid. But it was easy. He just bought the bag and was just packing my stuffs, that this cannot go, this cannot go, this, your the weight of the bag is too much, and all of that. That's how I passed. At this point, your girl was feeling very sleepy. Trust me, I was so tired. All the stress of my body was just telling on me now, and you could see I just dozed off while I was doing video. I said I was not going to take out this part. I left it here for us to see. So these are some of the people that I met in the plane. It was a 3-seat. The row, it was 3. I was first on the aisle seat. I don't know. Yes, on the aisle seat. The guys by the window seat, and there's a lady at the middle. So these were the people that I met. Of course, you have to say hi to the people you're in the plane with. So at this point, we're just trying to do a video of the plane taking off from the ground, and this is me. I had mixed feelings. I had the feeling of crying. I'm happy and anxious to see my husband, and my mind was filled with a lot of thoughts of how I was going to live in Europe with my husband, since my whole family is in Nigeria. And not like I've not traveled, but I have not traveled outside Nigeria. So this is me transiting to Milan. This is the transit plane that was going to take us to Milan. And there's a line. We've already gotten to Casablanca. And the bus, there was a free bus that took everybody from the stop to the next plane, which is your next plane. So this is me going in, and they just checked my passport, and I'm going to look for my seat to sit down. And the seat that I picked was a window seat this time around. The first flight, I think I did I don't know, but I think I picked the wrong seat in the first plane that took us from Lagos to Casablanca. But on this one, I actually picked window seat, and the reason is because I'm a first time flyer internationally, and I want to see the view of how the plane would accelerate from the ground. And then I just wanted to see the view of the view outside. I really don't know what to use. So that is me sitting on my seat already and giving you a full view of Royal Air Maroc plane. So I'm seated, and this is me again. The girl is tired, trust me. At this point I was very tired. I was really tired, and I could not wait to get to Milan, where my husband was already waiting for me. And another thing that really stressed me was the fact that if you leave the airport, there's no Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi, and your data would not work, of course, because I don't have an international line. It was a little boring. I think I slept all through, and at this point in at Casablanca, we waited inside the plane for almost an hour. I don't know for what reason, but we're just there. We're just waiting. We waited for long before the plane eventually decided to start moving. But for the reason why we were on the ground without movement, I don't know. But all I knew here was I was just checking myself as the fine girl that I am now, that is living in Nigeria, thinking that this skin was going to be skinning when I get here. Trust me, the weather here in Europe is different from the one we have in Nigeria. So this is me trying to check myself, and this hair was actually done by my very own TCT Classic Touch. She's an hairstylist. She's good. She's in Delta State. She's in Warri. If you need her contact, send me a message. I would send to you. So at this point, I'm still looking at the planes that are on the ground. Sorry, don't mind my English. I'm just trying to be playful here. So you can see that I'm really tired. My eyes are shining like I could have killed a lot of persons. Sorry, I'm not killing nobody. I'm just joking. Like I could have injured a lot of persons here, but I was very tired, trust me. I was very tired, and I'm trying to adjust my face, adjust myself, because this journey was from early in the morning. But trust me, this journey was not too long. I left Nigeria 7 a.m. and by 6 I already got to Milan. So this is me doing side-by-side pictures or video with the plane and my face outside. A beautiful lady was sitting close to me. She was on her laptop all through the journey. She was just pressing, and my laptop was in my bag. At this point I was very tired. I was not ready to press anything. all I needed to do was come down from this plane, get data on my phone, because I was already missing talking to my husband, missing social media, missing talking to some persons, and I had mixed feelings. So at this point I was really waiting for the plane to accelerate from the ground. It wasn't. See, the way I was looking outside, I said, if I can just tell that pilots to come down so I could drive the plane. But at this point the plane has already started moving. The plane is trying to leave the position where it is right now, and trust me, I was alert. I stayed alert to make sure that the reason I paid for the window seat was achieved by capturing the acceleration of the plane from the ground to the air. So at this point the plane, it's already moving. It's moving. So let's see as the plane would accelerate from the ground. So you guys, that's how we're passing other planes that were not ready to move, or probably were not used for service that day. That's how I kept watching the plane through the window with keen attention to see when it's going to leave the floor, or leave the ground rather. At this point we're already at a high speed. The pilot had already asked everyone to put on their seat belts and stay still, and the plane was about to leave the ground now, you guys. I think at this point it has actually elevated a bit. Yeah, it has left the ground a bit. Okay, now this is it. This is a moment that I've been waiting for. The moment that kept me waiting. We have left the ground. You guys, everything was practically so small, and it looked beautiful. Guys, since I left Nigeria, I've not had the time to put my videos together to post online. I actually joined my husband in Europe with family reunion visa. I'm going to be dropping videos of how I did my processes and how everything was for me, how I did the whole process. I've been getting questions of how did you do it, what did you do, how was it, how long did you wait, did your Nula Ulster get expired? My Nula Ulster is about to be expired. I'll do a video about that. So you guys, this is me at this point. I'm very, very, very tired, and I'm just showing you guys peace that I'm fine. The journey was a bit lengthy. The journey was epic. Like I said before, I had mixed feelings of happiness and missing my people. And guys, the heavens, seeing the sky so blue, made me wonder how God created the earth, the heavens and the earth. God is actually a good God, and He's a wonderful God. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, share, turn on your post notification button for more videos like this one. I'll be dropping videos about travel content now that I am in Europe, how I have been able to integrate. I'm still trying to integrate into the society, how everything was for me. My first my phobia coming here or getting here, all I thought I was going to see and the things that I did not see. So from here, I think we've gotten to my land, and from far everything looks so small, very small, really very small. My husband was already at the airport, at the Milan airport, waiting for me to pick me up at the airport. I'm just enjoying the sky. I said I was going to take a good view of where we were. I don't know if this is the seventh heavens according to the Bible, but This looks so beautiful. So it was a wonderful experience. I joined my husband in Europe with family reunion visa, Niola Osta. He sent me Niola Osta, and I did the other processes over there in Nigeria. And finally, you guys, at this point, I'm very tired, and I said I'm feeling sleepy. Bye for now. And of course, before I will sleep, I will have to check if the queen is still intact. So at this point, I've gotten to my land. I'm in Milan already. Talking to my husband here. I'm waiting to pass the security post, and he's giving me instructions on where to meet him. The people in front of me, we all came down from the same Royal Maroc plane, and we're waiting for security to let us pass. So you guys, it got to my turn. I was checked. My passport was checked, and I was asked to pass the gates. And then voila, this is my husband. I met my husband. I was so excited. After a long day, you guys, I missed my luggage. 2 of my luggages were missing, and I had to go register them. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, share my videos, turn on your post notification button for I'll be dropping new videos. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying to the end. Bye.